Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm at TMD Motorhomes in the Midlands and I'm here to review this. This is the new Bürstner B66-594. So for 2026, Bürstner have launched this special edition B66 and there's 5 models in the range. This is the smallest one, the 594, and it is just under 6 metres in length. I'm going to go through all the facts and figures, tell you what you're going to get for your money, and we're going to take a closer look at it together. So what do we need to know? So the B66 is already proving a really popular range for Bürstner for this new season, and that's probably because of the price point and the level of equipment. So this particular model is £77,445, and I'm going to show you what you're going to get included in that. So the 594 layout, it is a 4-berth motorhome with 4 travel seats, and there's an option to have it in a 3.5 tonne, so you can drive it on your car licence, or a 3650, such as the one here at TMD. So you would need your C1 to drive this, but you will get more payload. The B66s are all based on Fiat. They come with a 2.2 litre diesel engine, 140 horsepower and automatic transmission as standard. What you will get is the Lanzarote grey cab, and then the decals or graphics for the season are these grey and gold or bronze coloured graphics, as we can see with the B66. Now, as I've already said, this 594 is the smallest one in the range. So what do we need to know about the size of it? Well, we'll trundle down the offside and take a look, because this motorhome is incredibly small and compact in length. It's 5 metres and 99 centimetres. Now, some of you might be asking, where's the rest of it? Because it really is a very short and compact motorhome. However, Jules and I, many years ago, did test out a 5 metre 99 motorhome, and it worked really well. The good thing about being just under 6 metres is these are really easy to park in car parking spaces, so that is a bonus. Now, what about the width? Whilst it is compact in length, it's not completely compact in width. It's 2 metres and 30 centimetres wide, and height is 2 metres and 95 centimetres in height. And I've already told you it's a 3.5 tonne motorhome, or 3650 if you want to go for that. Right, those are a few of the facts and figures. Let's continue around, see what we're getting for just under £78,000. So you will have, as I say, the Fiat cab. It is a semi-integrated motorhome. You will get the automatic transmission, and you will get the black and silver Fiat alloy wheels. What I do like on many of the European motorhomes is you will get the additional side step here, which does make it easier to get into the cab. Now, Bürstner is a German manufacturer, but all our motorhomes here in the UK come as right-hand drive as standard. Up on the roof, so what are we going to get in the price? Well, you're going to get a 100-watt solar panel. You're also going to get Wi-Fi as well. And to complement your solar panel, you're going to get a lithium battery on board as well, which these days there's a big movement towards lithium. The awning is here in the black. It's a wind-out awning, and it does have the LED light running underneath it. That's included as well. Next up, let's have a look at the front. We will have a window into the habitation area. So here you can see the storage compartment on the offside. It's always handy to have a bit of extra locker space with a motorhome. And then I'll just close that down. When you do lift it up, you'll see it has got a clasp on there, something to hold it up. Continuing along, so the habitation door on the offside. It is a good width. Bürstner do good width doors, and you will get an electric step as standard as well, included in the price. Then we have an external television point, so if you want to watch TV outside, you can do that there. And next to it, there is a gas barbecue point as well, so you can get your Caddac out and cook here under the awning in all weathers. Electric hookup point, it is quite high. It's situated a fair height up the motorhomes. That's one to just look at. And then we have a vent for the creme air-blown heating, so that's going to come as standard. And then we have a small garage space. It's almost a side locker. Now, this is quite handy. First of all, you've got the winder for the awning here, and then if we look inside, you do have a flooring space. There is a vent for the creme air-blown heating as well, access to the toilet cassette, and then 2 shelves. Now you've got the option, you can either have the shelves down, you can access that from inside, so you can use this as your wardrobe space. You can see there is actually a bar up there for that purpose. Or if you don't want to use it as a wardrobe and you do want to use it as a sort of outside garage locker space, the shelves do both fold up. So that's going to give you the full height of this space. So it gives you the option of how you want to use that external locker, which, as I say, you can also access from the interior. Right, coming round the back, so up here in the Bürstner logo, you will actually find a rear view camera. It's not overly noticeable, it's quite nicely hidden there. That is also a high level brake light as well. The Bürstner logo, B66, because that's obviously what this is, Bürstner across the back, and then the well recognisable Bürstner light cluster as well. Okay, so let's make our way down the near side next. So on the near side we have our gas bottle locker. You'll get 2 11-kilo gas bottles in here. We also have an external shower point, and then this little hatch, which looks like a toilet cassette point, it isn't because we've already seen the toilet cassette. This is where you're going to access the fresh water tank. You can either open it to clean it out, or you can use that part there to actually fill it. 105 litre fresh water capacity and 90 litre grey waste capacity, and when you dump your water it's going to be dumping down here. Then we have our diesel filling point, and obviously the door into the passenger side of the B66. Right, let's venture back around the front. So what we're going to do next is we're going to dive inside and take a look at the layout of the 594. So let's go inside and take a look. Now, as you can see, there is quite a ground clearance. If you're going to try and clamber in there, good luck to you, but there is an electric step. So the button for that is here, press that, deploy the step. Keep well back, it's got quite a long way to come out. The habitation door is a mixture of white and grey finish. You can see the handle for it here. A couple of storage compartments, so you can put your umbrella or bits and pieces in the door pockets, and a bin as well within the door. For privacy, you will get a concertina blind here as well. Right, let's use the electric step and dive inside. You will get a fly screen on this side, not that side that I just reached for. So a fly screen, and in we go. Now, the 594 layout, I like this one. What you're going to get in this just under 6 metre motorhome is a nice, good size front lounge and a drop down bed above us. There's no fixed bed. Now, on the B66 range, you have 3 choices of upholstery. You can spec yours how you wish. There is the stone, the chocolate or cream, and they all have this leather finish, absolutely beautiful, quilted, as you can see here, on the backs. And then, because it's a special edition, you're going to get the B66 embossed here on the cushions as well, and you get 2 scatter cushions, so really nice. Now, first of all, let me just talk about the cab. So up here you will get a blind in the front windscreen, and you'll also get 2 blinds in each side of the door windows, and that's for privacy, so you can close those on a night time. We can see the Fiat dash. You've got there your infotainment system, the automatic transmission, and then coming up, a good sized sunroof. It does open and it has a blind and a fly screen. Then we have a leather finish here and a storage area running around the front of the cab. Into the lounge, the 2 captain's chairs do turn round, so you can seat a number of people in here if you've got friends coming round, and you can face this way. Because you have got a good sized lounge, you don't necessarily have to turn the chairs if you don't want to. Now, the lounge itself, on the 4-berth, this will convert into a double bed, so you can sleep guests or yourselves down here if you like. You'll see the table. It is a fixed table. This is not manoeuvrable in terms of taking it out. It's fixed to the floor. However, what you can do, it does give you the option to slide the table, and if you need the full size of it, you can open it out, and you can see what a good size table it is, and it's got this sort of stone effect finish to it as well. I will close that back over. So the good thing is you do still get a good amount of floor space to walk around the table, or if you've got pets, lots of floor space as well for dogs on the floor. Down here there is a plug socket, so if you're in the lounge and you need to use the table for working at, you've got that option. And then above me there's a drop down bed. So the drop down bed, there is some intrusion on the head space. This bed is 200 centimetres long and 140 centimetres wide. It's operated electronically, and the operation for that, if I drop that down, is here in this cupboard. So when it comes to dropping down the bed, turn it to the on position and press the up or down arrow, and that's going to bring that bed down. There is a ladder that comes with it, and that attaches here, so you can use that to access up onto the bed space. So this is our lounge area, good size space, windows at each side. They do have this net cover drop down, and behind there the windows do open, and there's a blind and a fly screen. You'll also notice up here there's a further USB charging point as well. Now we came in the door on the off side, and you can see the control panel here on the Bürstner. So this is for the main motorhome features, the water, the lighting, the battery levels, and this is the control panel for the Truma. So that's going to be controlling the temperature and also the hot water system. The Truma runs off gas and electric, so it depends whether you're on grid or off grid. Here, a television bracket, and we've also got a plug socket, a 12 volt, and the aerial, and a further USB charging point. What I've noticed on the B66 range, there's USB chargers everywhere, which is a good feature. Coming down, our lights, our electric step button as well, and then just in here a very small little storage compartment, but it's a use of the space, so you could put leads or umbrellas or things like that in there. Right, what I'll do, I'm going to make my way to the near side next, and then we'll come back onto this off side. So on the near side, we make our way into the kitchen space. You'll notice again some nice lighting here. Bürstner always do deliver with nice lighting, and that's what we've got here. Then our kitchen worktop space. I do like the L shape. I find that if it comes out like this, it's going to give you more worktop space in the kitchen. The sink cover will come off. You can put that on there, or you can put it away if you want. Circular sink, black tap, and then I'll just bob that back on there. Then as we come along, we've got our splashback. Again, the window that opens, a blind and a fly screen. And then you've actually got another USB charging point here and a little light. These little LED lights, you just push them on like this, and they do slide about as well on the rail, so you can manoeuvre them onto wherever you need them to be. Coming along, a Thetford gas burner hob. So if I lift that up, we've got 3 gas burners, no electric hot plate. That is pretty standard on most European motorhomes. And then coming down, we've got the Thetford gas oven and grill. So it runs just on gas, but an oven and grill if you like to do some cooking. And then coming down, we have a cutlery tray. Now this is a little bit strange. The cutlery drawer is right down here. So because we've got this all-in-one hob and oven, we've sort of compromised on the placing of the cutlery tray. And then closing that underneath there, we then have a further pull-out drawer to put obviously other items in there. This, as we've already seen, is where the drop-down bed button is and isolation for the gas. And this is a blanking plate. Above here, now we've gone from sort of the light effect in the Bürstner to some wood finish. It's a mid-colour wood, so it's not too light, it's not too dark. And these just lift up. The clasp on these B66s, you push it in like that to operate. I'll do that on this one as well. And then opening that, you can see the shelving here for more storage. It's got a fairly good height to it, so if you are small, just one to be aware of. I'll close that down, and then we finish off the wall basically with a plain wall. Now I appreciate the price point, we're at a lower point, but maybe I would have expected something just a little bit more here as opposed to just the plain wall. Over onto the offside. So here we are. Now, above the fridge, we have a generous sized storage cupboard. You'll notice there's no microwave, again, pretty standard on European motorhomes. Closing that up. If you wanted, you could potentially put a microwave in there, but storage there. And then we've got this large tower fridge and freezer by Dometic. Now this, I'll open it up, has a freezer compartment and then the fridge itself. It's around 145 litre capacity. When you're on electric hookup, it's going to run off the electric. When you're off grid, it's going to run off gas. So that is that fridge and freezer. And then just under here, another good sized drawer underneath. I'll close that up. And last but not least, I will show you this. I'll just have to step back and then let you come round to have a look. Under here, this slides out. I'll let Jules bring you round for a closer look. In here, you're going to be able to put bottles or jars, things like that, that you need to stand up and store in the kitchen. And there's also a little hook if you've got a towel or an oven glove or something like that. When you finish with that, it just slides back in and then locks into place. So it's almost a little concealed compartment. So that's our kitchen area. What I'm going to do now is move into the rear washroom. Now there is a privacy screen here and you can see from the ceiling it's going to run across there and it's got the same track at the bottom. So this is going to slide across and separate the washroom from that habitation area. Right, if we step back, we'll start in the near side corner. And this is where we're going to find a good sized shower cubicle. Now, because we're not over a wheel arch, we're literally in the back of the motorhome, we've got a full size shower tray, 2 plug holes. The shower comes up, there is a vent from the air blown heating system. We've got shelving here, the shower head, which is the black mat, which matches the other taps in the motorhome. Lighting, a bar to hang our wet towels on, a little vent and a good amount of headroom. I know I'm not tall, but you can see the amount of headroom and general space in the shower. There is a shower screen here as well, and it has got a frosted finish to it for privacy. So not a bad shower cubicle at all. Stepping out, we have our sink here with a black tap as well. One thing I will say is when you're using the sink, there is some intrusion from this cupboard. This is always something to look at when you're buying a motorhome. Check how these things work. So to get your head under there, there is some intrusion from here, but you'll see we've got this nice sized mirror with the illumination as well. And next to it, if I push this in, we have our storage cupboard here. You can see the shelving, not a bad height on this one, but there is no bar across, so be careful that your toiletries don't fall out on top of you when you arrive on the campsite. You'll also find a little shelf here to put your bits and pieces on when you've arrived on site, and the Thetford swivel toilet. So this will move around. Again, make sure you can sit on it and close the door. That shouldn't be an issue due to the space. Flush button there. One thing I'll show you here is the cabinet under the sink, toilet roll holder here. What you do with your toilet roll is you put it inside and then you pull it through the letterbox. So that's becoming more and more popular now. I quite like that. And then we've got some fantastic storage back here. Now, when we were outside, I showed you the sort of garage access hatch. Well, this is where it's going to access from inside. And you'll remember I did pull one of the shelves up. So we can see there, one shelf, the bar and further storage up there. And then moving on here, if I open this, these are the cushions to change the seats for when you're using it as a 4-berth. So these are in here at the moment, but unfortunately it's not showing it the best as I would like it. But this is a huge wardrobe as well. You can see the bar, it's got a light and it comes down. And if I open this bit here, this is part of the heating system. That's the Truma heating system under there. But you have got, it just gives you an idea of the amount of space you'd have. Obviously, if you are using it as with travel seats, you are going to have to put those somewhere. If you're not, I'd just leave those at home, to be honest, because they're going to take up valuable travel space. So that is the 594, 5 metres and 99 centimetres. So a very compact motorhome, but there's plenty in here. So let's look at the positive aspects. Great size shower cubicle. That's fantastic if you do shower on board. Nice size sink, but some intrusion. A nice area to get changed with your wardrobe space and access there into the garage area as well. Then a nicely fitted out kitchen, a good amount of worktop space. The cutlery drawer may be a little bit low for some people. A good tower fridge and freezer and good storage above it. And then for this small motorhome, we've got this fantastic lounge space, loads of space to chill out and relax, because the one thing a motorhome often lacks is relaxation space. But you can literally get your feet up and watch television. And when you're ready to go to bed, you can either convert this or use your drop down, and you've got that drop down bed space. So yeah, plenty going on in a sub 6 metre motorhome. So that is a look around the Bürstner B66-594. As I say, there's 5 layouts altogether. I've also just recently done the 644, which is a rear lounge layout. So you may want to have a look at that one. That should already have gone out on the channel a couple of weeks before this video. So you can look back and have a look at that. Thank you to TMD Motorhomes in the Midlands who've let us come and film the review. That's appreciated. And I will put a link to their website down here in the description. I'll also put a link to Bürstner so you can check out all their motorhomes and camper vans. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. 1 kilo gas bottles on board, and then here we have a further cassette point. What the in here?
Is it open?
No.
Okay.